today we will see entrepreneurial competencies. So competencies is nothing but the group of traits which an entrepreneur has. That is, what is the skills he has, what is the knowledge, what are his abilities, capabilities, all that together is known as competencies. So an entrepreneur should have all these set of traits. If he has all these sets of traits, then he can be successful in whatever he is trying to do. So take down, competencies are a set of competencies are a set of traits competencies are a set of traits like skills, knowledge, abilities, etc. These competencies are measurable and observable and helps entrepreneurs to achieve success. So these are the competencies. These are the entrepreneurial competencies. That is, what is the skills he has, what all knowledge he has, what all abilities, capabilities he has. These are visible, they are observable, and they are measurable. And they should be present. Some of them are inborn, some of them are innate. That means an entrepreneur is born with some of these competencies. That means innate. So some of them he can learn through training, management training and development programs. Some of these traits he can learn, he can develop. So these traits are very essential for an entrepreneur to achieve success. Now, what are the competencies required for an entrepreneur? So first one is superintendence. Superintendence means an entrepreneur should have the ability to manage whatever resources is available to him. There will be constraint, there will be shortfall. So whatever resources are available to him, he has to manage within that and get maximum output at minimum cost. So that is superintendence. This is the first competency an entrepreneur should have. So whatever resources is available, with that he has to manage, get maximum output at minimum cost. Second competency is leadership. He should be able to lead his staff. He should be able to guide them. He should be able to control them so that they can achieve the goals, whatever goals he has set for them. Third competency is decisiveness. That means he is a good decision maker. He should be having the ability to take important decisions. And fourth one is risk taker. He should be ready to take calculated risk. In a business, always risk is there. So he should take calculated risk. He should be a confident person. He should be confident in whatever he is doing. He should be willing. He should be ready to do whatever he wants to do. He should be enterprising. That means he should be ready to take challenges. Whatever comes his way, he should be strong enough, confident enough, willing enough to face those challenges. He should be innovative. He should have integrity. Integrity means honesty. He should be very honest. So, in whatever he is doing, conceptual thinking means he should be able to think of a idea right from the beginning. He should have a large picture of that idea. So, suppose he wants to start a business, he should have a large picture of that business, how the business finally will grow and become. So that conceptual thinking should be there. And networking. Networking is very important. Even for people like you who are going to take up jobs, it is very important to do networking nowadays. What is networking? Any idea? What is networking? Building contacts. Building contacts in your workplace. Wherever you are working, you should have contact with maximum number of people. Those people will help you to grow in your career in the future. So networking is very important quality which should be there in all the people today. Commercial aptitude means he should have a business aptitude. He should have a idea of how to convert an idea into a successful business. How can he make it a profitable business? So he should have commercial idea about how to run the business. He should be optimistic. That means any challenges, any problems that he faces, he should not get depressed. He should be optimistic. He should think of the positive side of things and continue to put in his efforts. He should be customer sensitive. He should be sensitive to needs of customers, especially what is their requirement. He should be knowing that. He should be sensitive to the needs of customers. And people focus means he should focus on his employees. He should not focus on the task, or he should not focus on the position. He should focus on his employees. How to make his employees work productively at the workplace. He should focus on that. Provide them best of facilities, best of salaries, best of technology or whatever equipment, so that they can be as productive as possible. So he should be focusing on his employees. He should have that human attitude towards his employees. He should not treat them like machines. He should treat them like humans. So he should have the human feelings towards them. So these are all the competency requirements for an entrepreneur to be successful. Now, how to assess entrepreneurs? Assess means how to find out, how to measure on what competencies a person has. That is known as competency assessment. So when you want to find out competencies of a whole organization, all the people in the organization are there, you want to find out all their competencies, then that is known as competency mapping. So that is done by HR people. They will map. They will say, okay, this many people have analytical skills in our organization. This many people have engineering skills. This many people have managerial skills. This many people have leadership skills. So like that, they will map the competencies of the whole organization. When you are trying to find out competency of a single person, then it is known as competency assessment. So you want to find out competencies of a person, you will do various tests like job knowledge test, customer service skills. You will find out what are the customer service skills. Promotion test you will do, social skills, whether he is a sociable person, whether he is good to work in a team, whether he is mingling with people. So all these you will find out through social skills. So HR experts do all this competency assessment, and they have different selection methods. They have developed different selection methods. So what are these methods? Structured interviews, multiple choice test, biodata questionnaires, job knowledge test, physical performance test, social skill inventories, executive assessment centers, language learning ability test, and professional examination of managers and executives. So what is structured interviews? Structured means everything is prepared before. What all questions have to be asked, how much time should be taken, where the interview should be conducted, who will conduct the interview, what will be the timing. Everything is pre-planned. That is structured. Structured interview. Opposite of that is unstructured interview. Nothing is planned. Just unofficially, they will make a person to sit before you and take his interview. Whatever questions come to their mind, they will ask him. So nothing is planned over there. So structured interview means everything is planned and everything is recorded properly. They will record it either on a recorder or they will write it down or something. They will record everything properly. Unstructured interview means the opposite. Nothing is planned and nothing is noted down as such. So that is one selection method. Multiple choice test, MCQs. We get a question with so many options. So those are MCQs, multiple choice tests. Biodata questionnaire means what is the resume the person is giving. Based on that, they will ask him questions. Job knowledge test is they will ask him questions to find out how much he knows about the job, how much knowledge he has about the job, especially for technical jobs and all. They will do this test to find out how much technical knowledge he has about that job. Physical performance test is to see whether he is physically fit, like army people and police people and all. They will do lot of physical performance test for them to see whether they are physically fit for that job. Social skill inventories is to find out the social abilities of a person, whether he will be good to work in a team, whether he will mingle with people, whether he will interact, have good interactions. So to find out all that, they will do the test, social skill inventories. Executive assessment centers is big companies like MNCs. They have their own assessment center, separate building they will have. So there they will take all the people, executives, and they will have the machines and equipment and all over there, and they will conduct the test over there. So assessment centers will be there for such big companies like Toyota, Microsoft and all. They have their own assessment centers, separate centers. Language learning ability is to find out whether he has the ability to learn new languages, whether he can learn new languages, and there will be separate tests done for managers, the higher level people. There will be professional examinations done for them to see whether they are capable to occupy those high positions in the organization. So this is how the assessment is done. And they collect all the documents, complete documents. They verify it to see whether all the information is correct. And usually OPM, Office of Personnel Management, conducts all this. They do all this competency assessment. They have developed the policies and procedures, and they provide the employees with all the information regarding their compensation, salary, pay rates, what benefits they will get, what are the job responsibilities, duties, everything they will inform to the employees. So OPM, that is Office of Personnel Management, usually does all these selection tests. So how to develop these entrepreneurial competencies? So David McClelland has told that some of these competencies are innate, that is, they are inborn. When a person is born, he is born with some qualities, some of these competencies, whereas others he can learn through training and development programs. So there are various approaches to find out, to develop different competencies in people. So first of all, an entrepreneur should recognize what are the competencies he needs to be successful. So he should recognize which are the competencies which are good for him to achieve success. So these competencies will affect his behavior. So a competent person will behave differently from a person who is not competent. So from their behavior only you can find out whether he is a competent person or whether he is not a competent person from their behavior. Second thing, an entrepreneur should self-assess himself. That means he should do his own SWOT analysis and he should see what are the competencies he has. If he has any shortfall of competencies, then he should develop those competencies. He should undergo some kind of management training and development programs so that he can develop those competencies which are lacking in him. Like you people have communication skills. Some of you are lacking in communication skills. So you need to develop, you need to work on that and develop your communication skills. So soft skills, some of you are lacking in soft skills. So that also can be developed through various kinds of training. So then like this, the entrepreneur will develop his competencies and he will come to know which are the essential competencies which he needs to achieve success in his business. So there are people known as behavioral scientists. These behavioral scientists help the people to develop these competencies. They change the behavior of people. These behavioral scientists, they study people and they recommend to them that this is the behavior you should develop, this is the behavior you should avoid. Like that, they will coach them, they will train them, and they will help the people to develop the required competencies. So these behavioral scientists are very good to develop people for people to develop the desired behavior, what they desire to become. Now next we come to entrepreneurship. What is entrepreneurship? Entrepreneurship takes place in mid-size and large organizations. The employees there will do entrepreneurial activities. That is known as intrapreneurship. So take down, intrapreneurship means in mid-size and large organizations, employees carry out entrepreneurial activities which is called intrapreneurship. So another name for this is corporate entrepreneurship, organizational entrepreneurship, or it is also called as intra-corporate ventures. So the people who are doing this entrepreneurship activities, they are called as intrapreneurs. So entrepreneurs are some senior people in an organization. They are allowed to come out with innovative ideas and the organization gives them the facilities. They do the funding also and they help that employee to develop his innovative idea. Usually in unrelated areas, they will develop the new idea, maybe a new product or a new service or a new process or a new procedure, something they will develop in a very innovative way. So they are helped by the organization. Most important, the top management will support these people. Very important, the top management of the company will support them to carry out their innovative ideas and to bring it out into finished products. So usually this entrepreneurship is found in developed countries like America, and usually once they come out with a very successful idea, these entrepreneurs many a times they leave their corporate career and they start their own business. and then they become very successful businesses. So entrepreneurs can also develop into successful entrepreneurs. Intrapreneurs can develop into successful entrepreneurs. Like for example, you see in Google. Google company encourages entrepreneurship, intrapreneurship. They have a 20% time policy. That means 20% of the time, one day in the week, the employees are allowed to do work on their personal projects, not on their regular work. They are allowed to work on whatever personal ideas they have, any innovative ideas, and the top management supports them. So that this 20% time policy has helped Google to come out with driverless cars. You know, Google's driverless cars, Google glasses, you know, then Google AdSense, you know, then Google News, you know. These are all developed by intrapreneurs within their company. So they devote one day of the week completely to do work on some personal project, personal idea, something they have innovativeness. They are allowed to work on that, and the top management fully supports them. Funding, facilities, everything is given to them, and it translates into successful products like how Google has got. So same way many companies do this kind. Infosys company also, like Sudha Murthy, she will encourage people. Whoever has a successful idea but who does not have money, they can approach her and they can do their presentation of their idea. And if she is convinced, she will fund them. She will give them the complete funds and facilities. And like that, Infosys has incubated. Incubated means grown many companies within Infosys. They right from idea stage, they have given all the facilities, all the benefits, and they have made the idea to grow into a successful company. So like that, entrepreneurship is done by many companies to encourage their employees within the company to come out with innovative ideas and innovative services or products or process or procedure, whatever innovative which can be good for the company in the end. So these are the different types of intrapreneurship: imitative intrapreneurship, administrative intrapreneurship, opportunistic intrapreneurship, incubative intrapreneurship, and acquisitive intrapreneurship. Take down, these are the five types of intrapreneurs. You're writing notes, Venus. You're looking at your book and writing something. You write it later, no? So what is imitative entrepreneurship? Imitative means copying successful ideas of others. So these entrepreneurs, they will copy successful ideas of others and they'll come out with a cheaper version or a better version of that product. They will try to copy. That is imitative entrepreneurship. Administrative entrepreneurship means they will be mostly into administrative activities and they'll develop a separate department in the organization. Like suppose an organization is not having R&D, they don't have research and development, then entrepreneurs will develop that department in the company. If they don't have an incubation cell means where ideas are collected in the company and they are grown into finished products. Like it can be a product, it can be a service, it can be a process, it can be a company, it can be a procedure. So those cells are known as incubation cell. So if the organization does not have an incubation cell, these people, administrative intrapreneurs, will develop that. Opportunistic intrapreneurship are those intrapreneurs who always look for opportunities. They will see whether there is any opportunity outside the organization or whether there is any opportunity within the organization. Government is offering some schemes to encourage entrepreneurs. Then those kind of opportunities they will utilize. And here the top management will encourage them to make use of that opportunity and to come out with something new. So incubative entrepreneurship is where they will incubate. That means from an idea stage, they will grow it into a finished product. So that is incubative. So those entrepreneurs, they will take a basic idea and they will develop it into a finished product. So that is incubative entrepreneurship. Acquisitive entrepreneurship means company will merge with another company, or they will acquire another company, or they will go for partnership, or they will go for JV. What is JV? Joint ventures. Yeah, so they may go for joint ventures, or they may go for takeovers or buyouts. What is takeovers or buyouts? Like what Reliance has done to Big Bazaar. Do we see Big Bazaar store anywhere now? Because Reliance has taken over the company. The Big Bazaar people, Kishore Ambani, he did not have the money to pay to Reliance. What he had taken some money from them, he was unable to pay it back. So Reliance has taken over completely the stores of Big Bazaar. They have changed the brand to their Reliance brand. They have made it a smart, Reliance Smart, and they have changed the interior of the stores. They have completely removed Big Bazaar. 200 stores like that they have taken over all over India. So that is buyout or takeover. So through this way also companies will try to do entrepreneurship. They will try to come out with their brand, with their products, and try to achieve more profits. So these are the types of entrepreneurship. So how do we foster entrepreneurship? Foster means how do we develop? How do we bring about entrepreneurship in our company? First of all, we should have top management support, which is very, very important. Top management should fully support and encourage their employees to develop their ideas, because employees are always in touch with customers, so they know what needs to be improved. They know what new should be done to the product. So the top management should encourage them to come out with their ideas, provide them funding, facilities, everything. And second thing, whatever incentives government is providing, the company should explore that. They should see what are the incentives we are getting. Like government gives tax exemption to innovative companies, those who have R&D. They give incentives to those companies who are coming out with social products. Social products means which is helpful to society. So when they come out with social products, government will give them incentives. Then they should have very good communication system. That is, whatever communication system within the organization should be very well developed, so that whatever information has to be given to the entrepreneurs should be immediately given through them through the communication systems. And they should also encourage activities outside the organization. They should have teams who will explore what is the latest technology outside which is being developed, which will help the company to improve their operations. So those teams of people are encouraged to investigate what are the new technologies and which technology can be useful for our organization to improve our operations. And they should have cooperation, they should have teamwork. Like I told you, nowadays companies focus on whether you are a team player. When you go for jobs, They will interview you through questions. They will try to find out whether you are good to work in a team. Because nowadays teams are more important in organization. Individual person is not so important. Individually, you may be a very brilliant person, but you should be able to work in a team. You should be a team player. So that is what companies look out for when they are recruiting people. So teamwork, cooperation is encouraged, and they should have a formal structure for intrapreneurship. Like I told you, Google's 20% time policy, where the one day of the week these people are allowed to work on non-work ideas, whatever their ideas are. Resources should be allocated to them. Innovative work culture should be developed. That means a work culture should be such that where the employees are encouraged to do things which is not the regular work, which is not the routine work. So they should be encouraged to do all those different ideas, work on their different ideas and projects and come out with something innovative. So Google company does that, HP company does that, Hewlett Packard does that, 3M does that. These are all the companies who encourage their employees to become intrapreneurs. That means to come out with something innovative ideas, and they will develop into a product which will be useful for the company only. So these are the ways in which you can foster. That means you can develop entrepreneurship within the organization. So I'll stop here. The other ways in which entrepreneurship can be fostered in organizations is companies should have processes where they can identify, evaluate, and support the innovative ideas of employees. IBM does this successfully. They practice this policy, so they have become global giants. So cross training also should be given to employees to encourage them to become intrapreneurs. Cross training means giving them training in different functions so that they understand how their job is linked to other jobs in the company. And the company should try to hire a diverse workforce. Diverse workforce means people from employees from different countries, different cultures, different regions, they should be hired. So, people, when they come from different regions, different cultures, different countries, they bring in their own ideas, their own experiences, which will help the company to develop more innovative products. So, now we'll see why intrapreneurship is so important. Entrepreneurship is important for companies because companies can improve themselves. They can have develop themselves very well, and they can come out with more and more innovative products, and they can also attract talented employees and retain the talented employees within the organization. And also entrepreneurship helps to preserve the company's reputation. So company gets a good name in the market, and company should those companies which practice entrepreneurship, they have a startup culture kind of working environment in their organizations. So when they have such kind of a culture, startup culture, employees will be always excited to try out new innovative ideas. This will make the company more successful, and and entrepreneurship is good because it's less risk for the entrepreneurs who come out with the new ideas. The risk is borne by the company. So if there is a failure or if there is a loss, it is borne by the company. And entrepreneurship helps to break corporate silos. Corporate silos means where companies, departments work independently. They don't work as a team, all the departments. Each department is only bothered about their own work. So this is not good for the organization. So the organization cannot progress if they have corporate silos. So intrapreneurship helps to break this corporate silos so that companies, all the departments of the companies work together unitedly as a team. They cooperate with each other, which is beneficial for the organization. Now we'll see what are the problems in entrepreneurship. Entrepreneurship, there is a risk of failure, and that has to be borne by the company. So sometimes the failure can be a huge loss for the company, and some companies have too many hierarchical levels. That means they have to take, entrepreneur has to take permission from people at different authoritative levels. So this kills the spirit, innovative spirit of entrepreneurs. And sometimes the entrepreneur's immediate supervisor, that is immediate boss, is not ready to support him, is not ready to support his innovative ideas, because the immediate boss is mainly bothered about achieving the organizational goals. He's not bothered about supporting the entrepreneur. Sometimes there is too much of red tapeism, that is procedures are there, bureaucracy is there, too much of administrative work is there. So all this causes delays, which may kill the spirit of innovative spirit of an entrepreneur. And most of the times we see in organizations, entrepreneurs are not given any decision making authority. This is also not good to foster the creative spirit of an entrepreneur. And most of the companies we see so much of internal politics happening. So entrepreneurs are not able to do their work properly because of the politics. And most of the companies, they focus on short term profits only, they don't focus on long term profits. So this also affects the entrepreneurial spirit. And some companies, they don't reward the entrepreneur well, so that also kills the motivation of an entrepreneur. Fellow employees get jealous of an entrepreneur because he gets rewarded by the top management, he gets recognition, so they don't cooperate with the entrepreneur. And in some organizations, support is not given to the entrepreneur, like financial funds or material funds are not given to the entrepreneur. And some companies, they do tight monitoring of the entrepreneur, especially if they have given him large number of financial funds, and they will be monitoring him to see what he has spent, where he has spent, and why he has spent. So this also kills the innovative spirit of an entrepreneur. So all these are problems which can reduce entrepreneurship in companies.